Good day, good day. This is Mr. Anderson. Protect your reality. I want to start off with that. Really protect your reality. You'll see why I'm laughing when I get into it. But protect your reality, man. Catfish. That's that. Catfished. And it came across my mind through a conversation, and so my mind, I had to look it up. I had to understand it. I even asked some. I was doing ride share and had some good conversations with people that were in my car. But protect your reality. So catfished, I end up looking it up, and don't quote me on this because I'm kind of just remembering on what I looked up at the time. And catfish derived from actually them putting catfish in with, I think it said trout or some other fish when they're transporting them, or when they're I guess in a pond or something. And supposedly it's supposed to keep them calm. Don't quote me on that. Look it up and put it in the comments below. But I'll probably go back in it and look it up again. But just, I was excited to talk about it, and I didn't even get a chance to really do my research on it. But I'm just going off of what the guy looked up, and I can't remember the exact what. But anyway, so that really made me think, man. It's like, so when then you putting that in terms of being catfished, being you are being catfished by someone. So that means they're posing as something they're not. Or it's, and then my mind goes great. Just so many forms of that. You can post a picture of you when you're younger and catfish someone. I've had that happen. You can catfish someone by altering the video. Altering a picture. You can catfish by being a whole nother person, or a whole nother race, or a whole nother gender. It's scary. The mindset that a person has to have, or the low self-esteem or self-worth that they would do something like that. Man, it's and that's what we were saying, and it's scary when you think about that shit. I'm sorry. When you think about it, it's really scary. And I don't want to be a part of that. If you even have to lie through your pictures, be recent. And that's one of the reasons why, if I ever get back out to dating or something, I'm going to give you my true self. I'm not going to post a picture that's me when I was, a while ago, years and years ago. I'm going to give something that's recent. But the only thing that changes on me is my weight. Because sometimes I get bigger, and then sometimes I lose weight. And I've lost a lot of weight, in the last 7-8 months. I've lost damn near 20-30 pounds. And I don't know if it's due the lack of a couple things, stress and stuff, and I really just don't have an appetite for stuff. And that was just me being me. But anyway, that's another story. But when you think of that, when you think of catfished, so then I go back to trying to understand what was the purpose of the catfish being put in there. Because you look at a catfish are bigger, are big. They can get big. They pretty much eat anything. And you put them in certain tanks, I wonder if, they would dominate the fish and eat them or some sort. So it just, then you think about, catfish are supposed to be ugly. Catfish are bottom feeders. Man, these are all value questions and statements that I blew the people's mind when I asked the question. They were like, man, I never thought about that. I never thought about that. So then it turned into like the scary part about it. But then I got to thinking, like, y'all, we're being catfished. AI, all these, the politics, the systems, jobs, we're being catfished in a lot of sense. They're pretending to keep us calm and comfortable to keep us content. Hey, man. Man. They're posing as stuff, but and that just hit me, like really hit me, because that wasn't even part of the conversation, but that just came to my mind. Wow, like we're being catfished. And then when you think about all that stuff, things that are what they are not seen to be, and it drives the needle for us to buy, consume, think less of ourselves. Not really pay attention to self, man. Protect your reality, man. Protect your mind. Like, the more and more I'm thinking about this, and that's what it was with them. They were like, wow, man, I never really thought about things like that. And if y'all know me, I'm a big I'm a big Transformers. I love Transformers. And I remember when it first came out, then my son went, and I was like skeptical. Like, man, it's not gonna be all that good, and man, how they gonna? But when I turned into a little kid. Yet then now, when I see my children, and I think about that, I'm like, I wonder if they're thinking, is that a Transformer? They even know it's not. I don't even know if they know it's real or not. Yet with these young minds that are developing, like, things are changing. You really have to educate yourself and your children. And then I look at AI, and I got people on my social media sites that they're always using these AI stuff of them and putting these fake images. Like, what is that really doing to our minds, y'all? Like, what is that really doing to our mindset? Protect your mind, man. Protect your reality. Protect your alignment. Turn this heat off. Like, we're being catfished. You have to create systems to keep yourself aligned and aware and active and understanding. Man, and one woman, I don't know what her husband did, but I had in here today, and she said something that's like, she said they came up with a term off of another term. I can't remember what the original term was, but they wanted you to change it because the term beforehand was, you got to be the power of words. It was the words made you think negative of yourself. I think that's what she was saying. And like she was saying, whatever her husband does, it's whatever stimulates your mind and things that make you think and things that make you change and studies. I know she said all not autism. Probably one of them is in there too. She didn't say autism. It's Alzheimer's. She's like they were studying how autism works in the brain, and I love the brain. I love that stuff. So she said, we need to have critical conversations. And I was like, wow, this is what this is. This is what I do. Critical conversations, either with yourself or with others. And I don't want to get all deep and downing, but I just protect your reality, man. Really protect your mind and your reality, because we're being catfished. It's funny, but it's not funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. Because, like, nothing is to be believed anymore, man. It's just like people. Because that's what I was telling her. Because I jumped in a conversation, but I always do. And they were like, man, I was like, I'm sorry. I was just listening to your conversation. She's like, no, this is your car. And I didn't know I was going to be on the podcast today, but this is good conversation. But yet I can't think what I'm saying. She said that it's just, you have to, that's what they're trying to change, the mindset of certain things. You have to really look at your life and understanding and what it is that you got going on with yourself and kind of change it. Because, when I think about it, we are being catfished. Everything is a catfish. Things are being posed as something that is not. And that's with a lot of stuff that we consume: entertainment, politics, food, religion, just a lot of stuff that sometimes it's, and then you have this social media where you can be anything you want to be on social media. You can be anywhere you want to be. But what is that really doing to our minds? How's that really going to affect our children, man, coming up and growing up in this world? And then with all the stuff, these distractions, like, again, today, it's Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl tonight. And I was going to talk about that too. I might add that in here. Super Bowl. And it's the preparation. That's my mind goes through the preparation of the Super Bowl. And it don't happen the night before. It happens years before. They don't know who's going to win, that they still have to do the system and use the system to be prepared. So once it is clear who's going to be the people, the person, the company, the teams that's in it, then they just add the logos for the teams. And then that's when but the football players and any championship games, the football players, baseball players, basketball players, hockey players, soccer players, they prepare for this stuff damn near their whole life. They prepare for that for their whole life. And a lot of times that's their reality of, man, I want to become a champion. I want to become successful. And they prepare and practice and learn and change their mindsets and align themselves with things and put the catfish back in the water or in the barrel or wherever it goes. They're distracted. They don't let those distractions distract them. They look away from the catfish. Or they might catch the catfish, cut it up, and make some lemon pepper catfish nuggets. Man, I had some a couple of days, a little while ago. Woo, talking about some good food. But anyway, man, protect your reality, protect your mind, because, like I said, it just really. And then that feeds into, man, it just really feeds into how we view ourselves. And I remember watching a study or something on like those Desperate Housewives shows and all that. And I think it was a book or something I read, or something was talking about that. And they were talking about how the reason those shows are so alluring is we think it's being catfished. You think it's their actual reality, but it's not. A lot of that stuff is scripted. But we take it for value and entertainment, and then that affects our lives and our being and our energy and our resources and the way we look at life. You don't eat the catfish, you live with the catfish. You are the catfish. And it's just crazy to me thinking about that, man. I'm sorry, my mind go off. But yet, like I said, it's just, you have to align yourself with being a champion. You have to align yourself with being in the Super Bowl, getting to the playoffs, getting to the championship game, moving forward with life and understanding what is entertainment. What is entertainment? And what is actual reality? And that goes back to that one of the things I said before is, man, the apple might look good and shiny on the outside, but when you bite into it, it's rotten. Bad spots. That's a lot of men and women out here posing, and it looks shiny, it looks good, being catfished. It's funny, but it's not funny, man. It's funny, but it's not funny. I'm about to cry thinking about it. But man, just protect your reality. I had something happen to me today. After that, I was taking some guys to Opera Mills, and my light come on, and I ran over something, and had my air pressure was going down, and I felt bad to them guys, man. I'm sorry, I have an emergency with my tires or something. I got to get it fixed. And so I had to quit thinking, like, man, sorry guys, I gotta go. And I asked them if they're okay. They was like, nah, man. I said, well, I'm gonna have to let you guys out. I apologize for that, and hopefully get you something there. And I really felt bad, but it was like, man, I'd rather do that than risk something happening bad. And man, these lights are going on and off. I don't know if y'all can see it, but these lights are going on and off. It's freaking me out a little bit. But anyway, but it was like, in certain circumstances, we gotta have our critical thinking. And the first thing that popped in my mind was, okay, I gotta get them out, and let me look at the tire. I was at like 25 psi. I was like, okay, let me go. And then I watched it. It dropped some more. Like, okay, it's a fast but slow leak. But it happened so fast, I didn't know. I didn't have really had time to react. So then I pulled over, got them out. I looked at the tire. I seen, okay, it wasn't on the sidewall, and I seen where it was leaking. I could hear it leaking, and I knew where I was. I was like, okay, I know it's a tire shop around the corner. So I went over there. And of course, he came with this excuse he couldn't fix it, or he couldn't do nothing with it because of some other issues or whatever. And I was just like, okay, so let me get home. So I said, at least can you put some air in it? Then I was like, can you have a tire? And he was like, no, I don't have that size tire. I know these tires, there's got to be a certain tire for Teslas and stuff. So anyway, so then I was like, man, let me get home and just put some air on it. Then I can maybe jack it up and I can take it off, and then I can do what I need to do with it. But then I was like, okay, there's a tire shop on the side by my house. So I took it over there, and the bed, the guy, man, he's like, yeah, I got you. He didn't even jack it up. He just pulled it out, twisted it in. I'm like, man, thank you. But anyway, but you have to have a sound mind and a aligned mind in order to do that. And that's what these athletes and everything, and people with businesses and all that, you have to be able to to be quick thinking. If you're so distracted with catfish material, then you're not going to know how to react to certain situations. And then, so then me and her got into talking about, how you react. And then I was thinking about, like, man, if you're a product of your environment, if you don't know if people around you react in a certain way, that's all you know. That's how you're going to know. That's how you're going to do. And she was talking about that as well. She was like, yeah, she said she didn't even think about that. I bring that up. I was like, man, and even with that, because she was saying the mind is so, you just never know. You can't get a gauge on how the brain thinks. And I was like, and I thought about it, like, well, you really can, because we're all programmed. We all programming. I like that. Programming meaning your product or your environment. Wherever environment you grew up in, that's pretty much your programming. That's how you're going to do. And then when you look at the other things with the food and the way things, traumas and all that, those things trigger certain reactions and certain understandings and certain things. So she was like, wow, I didn't even think about that, but you're right. You're right. And I remember she was saying her husband had the company she worked for flew everybody to Switzerland or something in the mountains, and they had like a retreat where a week they all lived in tents and in the snow, but they had it catered and had people come up and check on them for food and all that stuff. But she was like, it was supposed to be a mindset type deal to help, I guess, put you in those playoff positions, in those Super Bowl situations, to see how you're going to react. Man, sometimes I don't even know where this shit come from. Excuse my French. It's just the way my mind, like, man, and it's blowing my mind just hearing me saying some of this stuff. But you have to protect your mind, protect your mindset, because, man, and me knowing and understanding what I know and understand, I look at things differently, man. I look at things in a time now, in time, like, is it worth my time? Is it worth my effort? Is it worth my resources? Is it worth my knowledge, understanding? Even though I love and want to always fix things, is it really worth that for me? And that sounds selfish. Yet it is, but it's protective selfish. It's not I'm trying to get over on people and just my way or the highway. No, it's just I have value. We only have one life, man. We only got one life on this earth. You need to value that. Value that and what you bring to the table. Let's say they catfish. Let's say catfish nuggets with lemon pepper on them. That lady said, she said, "Man, you making me want catfish." But you have to value your life, man. Value what you think. And John, I'm like almost crying laughing, y'all. But you have to bring something to the table besides catfish. Oh my God. Oh. But anyway, y'all ain't gonna want chicken wings for a Super Bowl. Y'all gonna want some catfish nuggets, barbecue catfish, some lemon pepper catfish, some Cajun catfish. Man, it sound pretty good right about now. But anyway, just protect your reality. Protect your reality, y'all. Protect your being. Oh my God. Protect who you are. Protect that, man. Because this brain is powerful, man. it's scary what the mind can do when you open it up and allow it to, and align yourself with who you are, man. I'm not gonna keep y'all long. I just had to get that out. Enjoy the Super Bowl for those who are watching it. Enjoy the wings, the catfish, your company. That's what I enjoy about that, man. It's the game. It's the game and the atmosphere. It's the company and the entertainment. It's entertainment to me, man. Enjoy that. I don't care who wins. I'll take that back. I don't want to see Vrabel win. I want to see Vrabel because the Titans let him go. That was stupid. That was stupid to me. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But enjoy all that, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy yourself. Protect yourself. Protect your mind. Understand your mind. Grow. Love. Live. Learn. Lead. Let it go. Move on, man. Enjoy the catfish. That's it. That's it. That's the last one. But man, on another man, it's really powerful what we can do. Even though, and that's what she said, even though we're in a certain situation and it's growth. And I'm thinking about that about myself right now, all I'm going through, and man, just the things that's going on with me right now, it's just crazy. Yet I'm able to laugh and I understand, and I know it's not over for me. This is just the beginning of the beginning of the beginning of the beginning of the beginning. Enjoy yourself. Love yourself. And like I said, this is Mr. Anderson. This is Mr. Anderson. Good day.